So this is one psychological trick that you have to apply on yourself. You have to fool your hormones, you have to fool your happy hormones, because people tend to get depressed when they go for very rigorous diets, and the stress level increases, the irritability levels increases. You can ask people around you, do a 3-day very stressful diet, and you see people around you will tell you, because they will observe the changes within you, and your irritation level increases, because food is directly connected with the dopamine and the happy hormones within us, and it gives us a boost, and it gives our mind that pleasure which we all need. So in order to not get irritated and not get depressed by doing a sudden crash diet or some diet that is very strict in its nature, go very gradually, because the process is when gradual, the effect is long lasting. If you're that lazy person who's not being able to get rid of that KFC burger and that Domino's pizza or any junk food of your choice, then sun salutation, Surya Namaskar, Surya Kriya or the Surya exercise is the thing for you. If you're not being able to beat obesity and you're not able to leave your junk food, you don't have to leave it in the initial stage. Surya exercise is that exercise which will work on your body and clear your thoughts in a way that slowly you yourself, after a few days of practicing it, will reduce your intake of the junk food, and slowly you will limit your junk food to maybe weekend or just once a week. Trust me on that. Many of my wellness clients have told me their experiences. We work together, and at the end of 15 days, they tell me that slowly they are developing disinterest towards consuming junk food, and this is the way you can beat obesity. If you're addicted to something, and we all love junk food, we don't have to leave it just at once, and the process has to go slow, and it has to come from within, because if you forcefully leave something, then it's like a big punishment you're giving to your mind and yourself. So the process should be gradual, so that you don't feel like having cheat days, you don't feel like binging on the meals or getting that one cheat day that you can binge as much on junk food as you want. If the process is slow and gradual, then you will get a long-term benefit, and you don't have to leave junk food just at once or forever. You can just limit the consume of your junk food. A big mistake that we all end up doing in the zeal and the motivation of losing weight fast and beating obesity is we end up giving shock waves to our heart and our emotional health and trauma to our body by immediately divorcing ourselves with the junk food. What we are doing is the brain gets mixed signal, and it further gives and passes the mixed signals throughout the body, and the body then begins to accumulate fat, because you're doing a very strong dieting. So what is doing is it is feasting on the fat, and it becomes stubborn, and the metabolism gradually slows, because the body knows what it wants. It is used to junk food. If you completely deprive the body of the junk food, then it will rebel, it will retaliate. So don't do that to your body, and let the process come naturally to you. Sun salutations has something in it that it gradually somehow works within you, and it declines the inclination of yours towards junk food. So you gradually lose the interest of consuming junk food. Do it for 15 days and see the result for yourselves. You will yourself not feel like having a lot of junk food. If you cannot live without that burger every evening as a snack, don't have to leave it. Just eat it every day, and slowly, bite by bite, you can reduce the intake, and this sun salutation, the sun practice, will contribute in declining your interest towards the consumption of junk food, and you will develop a natural taste and inclination of consuming more and more vegetable and more nutritional healthy food. And when you see the development in your body within 15 days, you can see a big difference in your body, as well as your spiritual practice, and the spiritual possibility will increase. But keeping that beside, let's focus on obesity right now. We and the coming young generation who are getting used to junk food have to beat obesity. So why not make the benefit of this great yogic practice that has its innumerable and a lot of health, emotional and wellness benefits, But keeping everything aside, our focus is beating obesity and reducing our stress levels. Many a times, to increase our dopamine level and the happy hormones, we end up binging food unknowingly. Surya Namaskar is that thing and that practice which, when performed regularly, it is a de-stressor. It automatically reduces your stress levels. We take in the energy from the sun and we give our negativity out in the sun, and the sun takes away your negative energy and fills in and cleanses the energy field that is surrounding us, that is our aura. That does half of the job for us. What we have to do is just practice it regularly. If you're not a very exercise person, then sun salutation practice is best for you, because it is just one exercise that you have to repeat, maybe 4, 5 or 12 sets if you're a beginner. Go slow and let the pace develop naturally, and once you get used to it, you can do it 100 times or 110 or 20 times maximum. I don't recommend more of it, because when you overdo something, it has a negative impact on your body as well as your mind, because you are accelerating the pace because you are in a zeal and you are too motivated to do something. But in order to get the accurate result and not overdo something, so that instead of causing benefits, you are harming yourself. So don't overdo it. This is one mistake we end up doing, because after 15 days, when you see the change in your body, you'll feel like overdoing it to get more and more early and quick results. Remember one thing: if you lose your body weight with a rapid pace, then it's going to bounce back with the rapid pace, or rather it can multiply the pace of bouncing back, and you will gain back all the weight that you have lost. So let the process be slow and gradual, so that once you lose that weight, you will not get it back. One more additional tip that if you want, you can add it to your diet. If you don't want, then you can just start with the sun salutation. But if you add it to your diet, this will increase your weight loss, and that is, add this miracle food called bottle gourd to your diet. That is, we call in Hindi, in India we call it ghiya, it is lauki, and in English it's bottle gourd. It is that green vegetable that has a lot of water content in it. It is that miracle food which, besides boosting the metabolism level, has a lot of water content in it, and it is very good for your health as well as your skin, and it is a metabolism booster. So just take it once a day when you're taking your tasty junk food or as a snack. Keep that meal separate, and when you're taking bottle gourd, add it to your breakfast or your lunch or any time of the day when you're not taking junk food. Breakfast, lunch or dinner, how to eat it, it's your choice, cooked or uncooked. You can either drink juice of it, or you can add it to your vegetable with chapati, roti or rice, whatever you want, or you can just eat it as a snack. The thing is, you have to consume bottle gourd either every day or every alternate day. This is the practice that you're doing for 15 days, and following this regime, this is something what you're doing when you know you're going to eat junk food also. When you eat a lot of vegetables, thinking that you have to only survive on the vegetables and you will miss out on that slice of pizza, then it is the shock wave you're sending to your body, because you're doing it suddenly. So when you know you're going to eat something tasty, in keeping that in mind, when you eat vegetable, that will not give shock waves to your body, and gradually your metabolism boosting will increase. So add this miracle food bottle gourd. It is that miracle food that, besides boosting your metabolism levels, it naturally hydrates you, because it is very rich in its water content, and because of that it keeps your body naturally nourished and hydrated. And this is something that accelerates your metabolism levels. Just make it a part of your daily or your alternate days meal, because when you know that you're going to get something tasty, which is your favorite, that favorite junk food, you're not going to compromise on that junk food, then why not add it to your diet and make the best of it. When you're doing this sun salutation exercise, bitter gourd will complement it. Just for 15 days, you check for yourself and see the result. You will not feel like leaving it. Either you can make a juice out of it, or you can take it as a food, as a snack, or you can just make a sabzi out of it by putting a jeera tarka, or you can cook it by putting any sauce you want. Just do it the way you want, as you want to have it, because when you have it, suppose you have a dislike towards it, Keep one thing in your mind, I'm going to get that favorite food of mine, so why not now take this food? And your mind will know that it's going to get something tasty, so it will take it without cribbing. You consume it and you see the benefits what you're achieving. Even if you don't take this miracle food, sun salutation is enough to develop that achievement, that growth that you're looking for your body. But I suggested this miracle food because many of my clients have benefited from this, and once we have worked together, we have added and we have done plus minus of certain food, we have added and minus certain foods. It's very important for us to get rid of obesity, because obesity doesn't have to do with the external appearance only, but it has to do with the physical health. We develop many kind of diseases and problems because of this obesity, and our depression levels, our emotional balance also gets disbalanced because our weight is not complementing the way we should think, the way we should function, and it is acting inversely on our body, mind and soul. So why not get rid of obesity and do it gradually, not for anybody else to see and judge you, but for your own mental and emotional wellness. So try this out for 15 days. Many of my wellness clients have given me positive results on this, who have won on obesity by doing this and applying this in their day-to-day lives. And once you get the result, you will yourself not feel like leaving it. Continue it, because it's not just like a daily exercise routine, say a 30-minute, 1 hour or 1.5 or 3 hours you spend in the gym. It's not as stressful as that. Just begin with 5 to 12 and gradually you can go up to 100 once your body gets used to it. It has so many health benefits. In the cardiovascular level, it has a very good impact on the body, mind and soul. Those clients tell me that they are not able to fight with their interest and addiction towards the junk food. This has worked miracles on them because they have naturally developed that disinterest towards the junk food, and this is something we all look for, where we don't have to force ourselves, but we naturally get inclined towards the right things. So try it. I think 15 days of your life, if you give to a productive thing and you see results, I mean, there's nothing like it. But yes, make sure don't overdo it. So I would like to conclude it by saying that sun salutation enables you to develop that grit and that confidence to get rid of junk food in a natural way. It's not leaving or divorcing junk food, but it is just reducing and proportionate. And in Sanskrit they say niyantran karna, that you are doing niyantran or something. That is, you're controlling, and you're controlling the proportion of eating something. Eating anything in proportion is something that will benefit you. Do not leave fat completely, because that is a notion. Your skin, your body will react in a different way. You will lose your collagen, and your aging process might start very soon if you leave and fat very soon. In your youth, you can do a lot of experiment with your body, but in your middle age or late age, your body metabolism slows, and your body, the natural ability to generate a lot of vitamins, slowly deteriorates with age. So in that process, if you stop giving the body the natural fat that it needs and you completely divorce yourself from the junk food, this will have a negative impact on your body as well as your physical experience, as well as the internal health, because internal health needs fat. You will not feel good, your mood will not be uplifted, because you have completely given on something that is naturally made for us to consume. So in 15 days, if we get rid of that called obesity, because the journey begins. It's not that if you're 80 kgs or 100 kgs, you will lose all the extra weights in that period of 15 days. That is completely bizarre to even think of. No, it's not that. But the journey of your weight loss and your weight management, the journey of beating obesity will begin. So let's beat obesity, and let's not give obesity or anything or any junk food or any wrong habit that power that it can enslave us. Rather, we will beat it and we will win over it. Bread. 41 days of life-changing experience, life-changing course, no dependency, what the slavery. Bread.